cutting beans yesterday. Hopefully we're gonna have a big day again today. Robert and I just stopped and ate our lunch right quick. He ran to the Rutherford grocery and got us a ribeye sandwich and fries for $6.99. Now you tell me how they can sell a ribeye sandwich and fries for $6.99 in a restaurant in town. If I get a sweet tea, a cheeseburger, and it ain't no big cheeseburger, and fries, it's over $10. And it was a good ribeye sandwich too. It wasn't no piece of shoe leather. It was good and tender. I know we got inflation and stuff, but some of these restaurants, you can't tell me ain't little price gouging going on. Especially here in Dyer, because we got like one restaurant, and I think they know they're the only restaurant in town, and there's no place else for everybody to go. I guess that's my rant for today. Anyways, just climbed out of the back of the combine. Since we're going into the bin, decided to try to clean my sample up a little bit. Them little sticks and pods give that grain back a fit. I normally when I set up a combine, being this is a smaller combine and going over the acres we go over and being as spread out as we are, I set it for capacity. And I try to get a clean sample, but I don't mind putting a few pods in the tank, as long as I'm not getting docked for it. Cleaned up the sticks, but we're getting unthreshed pods. Got that on 450. We was cutting on Armor 4 or 5 yesterday, and they was cutting so clean, I believe you could have growed them, put them in a planter and planted them for seed. These steins, they got viney on the seed. Viney, still green in places. I'm gonna have to straighten these rows up. I cut around that tire, so now my rows is all zigzagged. I absolutely hate cutting a crooked road. Here our combine starting to mow more. Well, y'all have heard me say it before, guys. The longer I farm, the less I know. Down here in the bottom, cutting double crop beans. And, right there on the other side of the ditch, them beans got, well, it ain't a ditch, it's a creek. Right there on the other side of the creek, them beans got underwater, was cutting 60, 70 on the hills, and 20, 30 where they got underwater. Well, here we are down here, over here on the double crops, group 5s. These got underwater, and they're cutting 50 to 60 down here where they got underwater, and cutting 40 up there on the hill. I think the difference is these beans here were not in the reproductive stages when they went underwater. Them other ones on the other side of the creek was fully potted. Won't there a drain here? You know, they was fully potted. And you know, was filling pods when they went underwater, so I guess that's the difference. But it's super dusty back there. You can see pretty good going this way, but when you get to going back the other way, you can't see nothing. You can see where I missed some beans there. I need me some auto steer in the worst way, cutting these old dusty beans. I'm gonna go clean them straggles up. That's what I call them, straggles. Go clean them up. Then head back up to the other end and see what happens. Well, I was going through the field here, and I lost all my lights on the left-hand side. Of course, it's the side I need to see to unload. But I got the gator there, and maybe it'll shed enough light over there. Got a half a move. Got my security light over there. So maybe there's enough light to see the unload. It's helping, but not much. That's not too bad. I don't think I've unloaded that good in the daylight when I could see. I guess that's when you know you've run the grain buggy too long. Alright, it's still 3/4 full. We gotta pull up to the grain truck. I'm quite proud of that. Even with one half of the tractor not having lights, I believe the one LED is making more light than the original halogen lights did that this tractor came out with. They're surprisingly you can surprisingly see pretty good, and that's a good thing. I know this farm. I just can't see nothing behind me, but Dylan's way back there in the bottom. Well, my grain cart tractor is telling me it's time to be done. Lights went out, and that's not supposed to do that. That is the lever that I've used to pull my auger up and down. Yeah, it's not supposed to freewheel like that. Half the lights, half the remotes are working. My grain cart tractor says it's time to be done, and I agree. I don't know if we've had any nighttime shots of us cutting beans. Oh, One-Eyed Joe there.
Have to call him Rooster Cogburn. Only got one good eye. Me and Dylan are both wandering out here. Even though them LED lights help, we need a light bar to shine out, because you can see down but you can't see out far what's in front of you. So that's one of our winter time projects, going to be putting a big light bar on top of the combine roof, add more light so we can see out. And we're going to see what's going on with these lights. But we're just two men wandering around out here in the dark. But not a lot left in this bottom. I'm not sure how many acres we cut today, but it's going to be, knock on wood, we're not done yet, but it's going to be one of our bigger days. I don't know how much you can see. We've had a big day cutting things today. I don't want to jinx it yet. I don't know how many acres we got cut today. We still lack a little field out here out front. But when we get it on the truck, I'll tell you how many we cut. It was a big day. I just sit here thinking, it's a good possibility. Well, I know I've picked up one farm. All I gotta do is tell the man, yes, I want it. But good possibility we've picked up quite a bit more ground for the next year. Our farm is growing. And I've been contemplating maybe updating combines, trading. But I've owned this combine 7 years, and I'm not gonna lie, there may be a tear shed when this combine leaves the farm. This combine, when I was a kid growing up, was the newest and best thing there was. And I thought, I thought they was the greatest thing in the world. I grew up dreaming that I would own one someday. And I mean, we started with my granddad's old tractors, but basically started with nothing except my tractors. I had to give me a planter, had to give me a decent combine. But to own a combine you dreamed of owning when you grew up, that you never thought you'd own, and then you own it for 7 years, and it treats you as good as this combine has treated us. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I might cry if we do sell it. But I hope it'll go to a home, to somebody that'll take care of it. I would like to go to a beginning farmer, somebody trying to start farming that I knew would take care of it. I want to see it. I took good care of this old combine. It'd break my heart to see it go somewhere that would abuse it. Old combine's got
reworked the metal on the inside. I mean, new vertical auger, just new clean grain elevator. Just, if his old combine needed it, we put it in there. And I think that's part of the reason old combine has treated us so well over the years. I like to think that if you take care of your stuff, it'll take care of you. Take care of your ground, it'll take care of you. I gotta let that dust settle. I don't want to run in them springs. We have not had any real rain since August the 23rd. And these springs are full of water. These old springs, we tiled them years ago, and it didn't work. About the best way, you've either got to hand lay that tile in them springs and put straw or rock or something over that tile line. Because if you don't, they'll just fill up with mud on you. But you either got to do that, or I'll tell you what I've just started doing. I've just started getting in the heart of them springs. And I just dig me a little ditch through the heart of them springs. And that gives that water a place to run into. All that water seeps into that ditch. Because if you don't have a place to go, it just spreads out across the field. Well, I've started digging a ditch through the heart of them springs where all that water runs in that ditch, and then I just give me cut me a PTO ditch down to the creek or wherever I want to run that spring water. And that's the best way I have found to control them springs. It's been working really good for us. Robert cleaned up the bucket for the year there. No sense in using it tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a lot of jumping around. We'll just put it straight on the truck. I like 8 acres. I like 8 acres and my harvest will be done. I think this is the first time my harvest has ever been out before Robert's. Robert's got 18 acres of double crop beans. And I got 8 acres of double crop beans left. I got it's some more of mine that went underwater. But if it's anything like over here, the beans that went underwater was better than the others.